Hi, my name is Espy, and today I am doing a video of a random art challenge. I asked my brother to pick out 3 colors, which ended up being orange, a black, and a yellow. And my first thought was flowers and bees. Immediately I thought bees because of the yellow and black, and I thought orange because flowers can be orange. I thought about flowers. So I decided to start sketching in a separate sketchbook some concepts before I did a finished drawing. And I started out with a flower, and I spent a lot of time on that flower because I wanted it to look really nice, which is kind of weird because you don't sketch and just try and make it really nice. Sketches are more for the concept than anything else, but it was the first thing that I put on the page, so I thought I'd just try and draw a flower really nice. And then I started sketching up a bunch of bees because I wanted to design a cute little bee character that was easy to draw and also really cute to look at. And I had trouble trying to think of what to draw next and some other ideas, and then I thought, I wanted the bee to interact with the flower somehow, and for some reason, I thought the bee would lie on it taking a selfie, and I thought that was a really cute idea. And I quickly scribbled some petals around that to make it look kind of nice, because by that point, I didn't want to draw a whole nother flower again and spend a lot of time on that. And then the idea that I ended up going for was this bee ripping apart the flower in a she loves me not kind of way, and I thought that was a really cute idea. But I wanted to play with a few other ideas, so I ended up drawing this little bee walking and drinking out of a Starbucks cup or something along the lines of that. And I thought it was a cute idea, but I wasn't too wild about it, so after a while of thinking, I decided to go for the bee ripping the petals apart idea. And so now here I am lining it. I had settled on the bee ripping apart the petals in a you love me not kind of way. And again, I thought it was just a really cute idea. And I don't draw flowers too often, and I don't draw bees at all. But, so I'm sorry if this isn't anatomically correct or, the right way to draw a flower. But I did my best for what I knew. I did look up references for both bees and flowers in order to pull this off. And with what I knew, I think I did a pretty good job. And I think it looks alright for what I'm able to do at this moment. Maybe I'll revisit something like this in the future because I think it's a really cute idea. And also, there were some other cute ideas that I had sketched in my sketchbook that I would like to do again one day, or I'd like to do, with a less limited palette. And this is the point when I realized that the stem is supposed to be green on a flower, but I went anyways and decided to make it brown later because I had a very limited palette. And I know I had picked out only 3 colors, but when I was messing around with colors, I tried to make a 4th tone by mixing some of the orange with black, and it made a really interesting brown color, which I figured would work best for the stem. And it has a really nice fall palette to it. It just rings fall to me, even though I don't think leaves turn brown. And the whole stem doesn't turn brown in the fall, just the leaves, and they fall. And I think that's just for trees. But I thought it was a really nice palette to go for. And I ended up being really lucky because it ended up being a really nice palette to work with. And all in all, it looks really nice. And I was talking with my brother earlier about this, and he pointed out that I didn't use a lot of the black like I really should have. And that's the one thing I regret, is not putting as much black in there and trying to figure out how the black would fit in there. But that's for another time, I guess. For what I could do right now, I think I did a pretty good job. And even though I didn't follow the challenge to a letter properly 100%, I think that this drawing looks really nice, and I like how it turned out. It ended up being really messy, and especially the shading looks kind of sloppy, but I think it has a really nice watercolor look, which normally when I do watercolor, I try and make everything smooth and pristine and very, what's the word? Very clean and very precise. And here I am trying to darken the stem up and do a bit of a gradient like I was doing on the petals, because the stem ended up turning really light. And there was me trying to pull in a bit of the black there, which ended up drawing not very blackish and just kind of a dull brown, and then me trying to shade with a mix of the brown and the black. And again, this is where everything started looking all messy and muddy, but it looks kind of like I did it on purpose. Kind of like it, kind of loose and, again, very watercolory. And I sometimes like that effect when I see it, other watercolor drawings that are done like that. And all in all, I think this drawing turned out pretty good. For my first challenge video, I thought it turned out really good. And here's the finished drawing, and I hope you like it. And if you like it, then I'll see you next time. Bye.